right, folks, here's an interesting term, vacation shaming. Have you heard of it? Recently, Andreas White-Murdoch spoke with a branch manager from Robert Half, who fills in all the details.
Vacation shaming used to discourage vacations, but in this new work from home environment, it's taken on new meaning. Today, we're joined by Jillian Wagner, branch manager from Robert Half, with new statistics. Hi, Jillian.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. This is really interesting because, I think we all can relate to the fact that you feel like I should be taking vacation, but you're not quite sure what you're comfortable with or where to go yet. And so you're seeing new statistics really from the perspective of employees about how they feel about vacations. Tell us what you found.
Absolutely. So we did a survey where we found that 4 in 10 workers are hearing from their companies that they need to be taking vacation. There's a lot of communication coming out about it. 68% of workers said that they're getting increased communication from their companies to take vacation. So it's certainly on the mind of employers to get their employees to take their vacation time, that nudge to take a break, and employees are certainly getting the message.
And do you feel that that reminder or that effort to remind is really more of the, health and mental health of the employees, or is it that we're concerned about all of this time kind of gathering up that people won't even have time to use when we're back to normal?
Sure. I think it's twofold. I think certainly the vacation time piling up is definitely something that employers are aware of. But I think this is fantastic that employers are looking at their vacation packages, looking at their employees, and recognizing that we all went inside in March and we've mashed up home and responsibilities with our children, responsibilities with our animals, as well as responsibilities to our job. They've all really come together in one spot, and no one's really taken the time to take a break. I was thinking when I was preparing for this about my 20-minute commute from Glen Allen to Hanover, how much I missed that time to listen to a podcast, listen to some music, and just relax. You don't really get that right now. So employers are noticing that, and they want their employees to take vacation, and I think it's fantastic, and everyone really should be thinking about how to take a long weekend or take a week off and just really unplug from the work.
And you're so right. I miss my commute. I never thought I would say it, but I miss my commute a little bit too. So as we look at the communications that are being received, what are some ways that you're seeing employers encourage vacation time, and how do they really create a vacation friendly environment?
I think that employers are just putting it out there. I can speak to Robert Half. We're getting emails about vacation time. We're talking to our leaders, and when the leaders come to us, they're saying, hey, we want you to take vacation. We did a wellness call yesterday in my district where we talked about the importance of unplugging, whether, again, it's a long weekend, whether it's a few days. I love taking a Friday off, and I have during this time, and it really has made so much difference. So I think it's coming through a lot of communication, whether it's calls or whether it's emails. I know for me personally, I go straight to my team and I say, hey, when are you taking time off? When are you planning on taking a couple of days, and just asking them? And I think ultimately it really starts with leaders. It starts with us. We have to take the time. We have to show that it's okay to unplug, that the work will be there when we get back, and that taking time off really does help mental health and ultimately make you a more productive and efficient employee.
And this can be a really big shift depending on what your work environment was like prior to the work from home requirement. So for those who are concerned about taking time off because they may have fears of losing their job, or may have fears of, just the old stigma of taking too much vacation, how do you navigate that right now?
Yeah, and that certainly is a stigma. I think for the companies that have had to do furloughs or layoffs, they are operating with smaller teams and the pinch is felt. I think that these companies, though, really need to think about allowing their employees and encouraging them to take time off. They can reach out to a staffing agency, Robert Half. We can provide temporaries who can keep that workflow going so that the work is still being done, because that's important, but then that your employees are taking time off, because you're going to have better retention when you're allowing your employees and you're encouraging them to take time off. And right now, retention is everything. So I think the employers are just looking at those things and then encouraging employees to do so. But it really is a culture shift. If your company was the kind of company that didn't didn't encourage time off and now suddenly they are, you've got to own it. And then you just got to move forward with, this is our new normal. We're going to encourage you to take time off. We're proud to be the type of company that does that.
And in this new environment, once upon a time, we might have taken a week for a vacation or 2 weeks, once a year. So now that things have shifted, people may not be getting on planes as much or going on international trips. What's the ideal length of time to take off?
Sure. I think that it just really depends on the employee. It depends on what you're comfortable with. If you haven't taken time off in quite some time, maybe just starting with a Thursday, Friday, grind it out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just take Thursday, Friday off. Or perhaps it is a whole week. I recently took a whole week in the beginning of August for some birthdays, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. I would say think about it, plan ahead, talk to your management team, get approval for the time off, and then do whatever's comfortable for you. But certainly taking days is important. It's encouraged and everyone should be doing it.
Well, I love that advice. As one who doesn't do a good job of planning in advance for my vacations and things, I really appreciate these reminders as I'm sure many others do. Thank you so much for the research that you all are doing and also the encouraging words that you shared.
Thank you.
For those of you who are interested in learning more about Robert Half and the services they offer, feel free to go to our website at WTVR.com/BTM.